technology history. And today I just wanted to talk about my own opinion. Now, to me, it was very controversial choosing a Mac over a computer. At Christmas, I ended up having a Mac computer. That is because my mom pretended to have a friend who needed to buy a computer, but she really didn't. Now that I have my Mac, I am really satisfied. I am one of the happiest users ever in the entire world. And I'm going to explain why. I was very skeptical about Macs in the very beginning. I always stuck to PCs because I always thought they were good enough, good for the job, just chilling and having fun, all the different softwares. And they're not bad at all. If I actually owned an office and I had people to work in my office, I would buy PCs. But as personal users, for a home use and an entertainment use, and also making projects, I believe that Macs are actually 1,000 times better than PCs. Macs versus PC is just not even worth talking because it's obvious that Macs have a more visual impact to the user. So obviously when you interact with your computer at the very first time, it might seem a bit tricky, especially if you're used to using PCs. When I turned my Mac on, I thought the whole, commands to close and reduce the windows were on the right, but they're on the left. And I messed up so bad, and it was so annoying, what the fuck? Seriously, it's kind of annoying at the very beginning, but then you get used to it, and I still have my Sony here, and I'm not selling it because it's not worth much really, and it's pink. Nobody wants a pink portable computer. Sometimes I turn it on just to, get some files that I used to have. I used to have so much music, so I still log in on that computer, and I'm really not used to it anymore. The operating system on PC is kind of dull, while Mac's operating systems are all amazing. Everything is amazing on Macs. Macs are everlasting. They never end. My MacBook never fails, never crashes softwares and applications. My MacBook is like an immortal vampire, and I love it for this. Windows always crashes, which is such a huge bug. Like when it asks you to report the crash, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna report it, so what? My Mac crashes sometimes, like when I have to force quit some applications, but that's because it gets really crazy because I use so many different programs simultaneously. But if I had to suggest MacBooks over computers, personal computers from Microsoft, I would totally say go for Macs. And it's coming from someone who was very skeptical about it in the very beginning. I always said, I'm never going to have a Mac, I'm never going to have a Mac, I'm never going to buy a Mac computer. But I'm not going back. Seriously, I'm not going back. There's nothing better than the Mac. You can handle it perfectly, you can do whatever you want, you can use plenty of applications. It's kind of annoying, and most games that I used to play are not compatible with Macs, so that's kind of a bummer. A lot of games, PC games, aren't compatible. A lot of different programs aren't compatible, but it's worth it. I'm telling you, it's totally worth it. It's totally safe. You get much more assistance from Macintosh than you get from Microsoft, so I'm totally saying go for Macs. And I was also very familiar with Apple, company. And yeah, I did have iPods. We all know iPods. iPods are the best music players out there, if you're asking me. I really love my iPod, but I always said, no, I'm not going for a Mac. It's expensive, No, it's too much for me. Never going back. Technology is Apple. Apple is the future. It's coming from someone who never thought would actually use a Mac computer. But I'm amazed, and I'm surprised, and I'm so comfortable with this new computer that I really want to kiss it from day to dawn because it's the best thing that ever happened to my technology in my house. My Mac computer is the most precious thing I have, besides my Nikon, obviously. And that's all. So just stop fighting over PC and Macs, because I seriously think Macs win over every kind of thing. Seriously, seriously, seriously. There's nothing better than Mac. So that's my own opinion, I guess. And see you next time.